Hey Ezra. So, a little over a year ago, before Jack and I started having sex, um, I remember the first time that I stayed over at his place, his campus, and we shared a bed together for the first time, and it was really nice, and it was a great night. It was very innocent, but I remember waking up the next morning, and I was suddenly really like guilt stricken and scared and nervous because of an assortment of reasons. Because I'd never done anything, I'd never shared a bed with someone I was that close to. Like, I'd shared beds with friends before, that's one thing, but this is someone I'm in a relationship with, and it was very. I felt like taking a new step, and it was exciting. But I woke up in the morning and I wondered, God, is this a good thing? Is he gonna want more? What am I gonna tell him if he wants more from me at this time? I thought about having sex with him before, and honestly, I knew it was something I wanted, but I also knew I wasn't ready for it. Um, and I too had grown up with the idea that I needed to save myself for marriage. And even today, now that I've like gone and done the dirty deed, um, I can still kind of see why people would want to save themselves for marriage. Um, Maybe they think they'll be less likely to get hurt because they know, they are certain that they're in a committed relationship, which we all know is not true because of the divorce rate. It's not, you're not, unless, I don't know, unless you know, you can never be certain. Um, but yeah, saving yourself for marriage makes you feel more secure when you actually do decide to have sex, and you'll probably be less likely to be hurt. Like, well, now that I think about it, even if you got married to someone and you did end up divorced, um, I feel like once the divorce happened, you wouldn't be mad because they took your virginity. You'd be mad because they decided that they no longer loved you and they didn't want to be part of your life. You'd be. So, I don't know. Somehow marriage makes sex okay. And now that I'm here on the other side being having had sex, it doesn't make as I understand, but it I don't know how to phrase it. It makes sense, but it doesn't, for lack of a better phrase. Like, I don't know. Once we finally got it to work, and like it was comfortable, and I was able to relax easily, um, it was liberating. It really was. It was a release that masturbation can't give you. It was it was just wonderful. Um, and I know for a fact that I've never felt better about myself. I've been happier. I feel like I've been healthier, but I don't have proof to back that up with for I don't have proof for that, to put it simply. But I just feel better about myself. Like, I don't look at myself in the mirror and I think, "Oh my god, I'm hideous." I mean, sure, you have your bad days, but still. The majority of the time I don't feel disgusted with myself. And I don't think I can attribute that entirely to having had sex, but I think that it was a very good step for me. And I don't know if my situation is a little bit different, and maybe yours as well. Um, I don't know what you and Nick have talked about, but I know Jack and I have talked about getting married, and that's when we were talking before we decided, as we were deciding that we wanted to have sex soon. Um, what am I trying to say? Um, Like, we knew we were going to spend the rest of our lives together. It was a given. Maybe not a given, but we talked about it, and we decided that that was something we both wanted, and that was how we justified our actions, I guess. So after the first few times, well, it felt good. The first few times it felt good, but I also felt really, really guilty afterwards, because I'm like, oh my god, what if someone I know finds out about this? What are they gonna think of me? I'm unmarried. I'm Even though I'm in a committed relationship, what does that say about me? Um, so now I'm sitting here and I'm thinking that shouldn't say anything about me at all. I don't I don't feel dirty having had sex. I I feel clean, I feel free, and I know my wedding night is going to be amazing because I've gotten the first time out of the way, and the first time was awful because we couldn't get to work. The first time, when we actually got it to work, it hurt, but it was satisfying, I guess. Um, but I know whenever that night is, it's not going to hurt and it's going to be entirely satisfying, and we're both going to be so happy. And I can't, that night aside, I can't bring myself to regret the first time we had sex. I, I can't. And so I don't know, my beliefs about saving myself for marriage, whatever that is, um, I don't think it's relevant anymore. And I don't know if it ever was. I mean, women in particular are thinking more for themselves, I guess, and they're deciding, they're just thinking in general. They're thinking, why do I need to save myself? I'm with someone I really love right now, and I do want to do this. Or maybe I'm with someone that I kind of care about, and I still want to do this, or I just want to do this. I don't care about them. It's okay. Like you said, it's a healthy thing. It's perfectly normal to be aroused. It's okay, and we as women need to give ourselves permission to indulge. Maybe not even, well, I don't even know if indulge is the right word, but we have a right to satisfy ourselves. Whether we do it ourselves, whether we do it in a committed relationship, or somewhere in between those two major extremes. Somewhere between those two extremes. Yeah. I don't really know where I'm going about this, I guess. Um, but yeah, I don't know, I'd like to keep talking about this either in video or in person, so let's definitely get together for dinner sometime this next week. I think I work, oh, next week I work Thursday. Yeah, so like I said to you in my message, pretty much any day but Thursday will be good to get dinner. So let's do that. Let's make that a thing, because I need to see how your classes are going for you, and I have some venting to do about at least one of mine, at least one of my professors. I won't name that on the internet, though, because she does have a name for herself in the public eye, so as much as I don't like her, I probably should not ruin her reputation. As a public speaker, as a radio person, I think she was on the news at some point, I don't know what station, but yeah. So I need to talk about her, and talk about my actually awesome classes. Like, I'm really happy about this semester so far, and I don't think I've really done that much. We've read a lot of articles, we haven't really gotten into any actual books just yet, but it doesn't matter to me. I'm just loving life right now, it's great. Life is awesome, Ezra. I kind of have some big news, too. I came out to my dad today. I told him that I am lesbian, and I'm really hoping that my roommate hears that, too. Because, I kind of had a really, at least awkward for me, moment in our, meeting together. yesterday. Hold on. Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought it was. But yeah, we had a roommate meeting, like we had to sign the roommate agreement. I'm sure you had to do that too. And what came up was one of my roommates is really uncomfortable with the thought of living with someone who's gay because she's afraid that that she's going to be hit on all the time, which is ridiculous. But I don't know, it turned into more of a joke and I didn't say anything. And I don't know if I should say anything. I was talking to Jack tonight and he's saying I need to bring it up, or I should bring it up rather, just to kind of prove a point that because even though I am lesbian, I'm not going to hit on her. I don't look at people for fun. That's not true. I don't mean anything badly by, I don't know. I'm not a bad person. I'm no one to be feared, and I'm not going to hit on her. And that it's perfectly okay to live with me. Or anyone else who is gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, whatever. That's okay. So, if you could help me out with that too. Like, I don't know if the moment's kind of passed now. I don't know if it's relevant anymore to even bring it up. I'm secretly kind of hoping that someone heard and that they'll bring it up with me because I'm super passive like that, I guess. So, I'd like to hear your advice. Okay, this is a 12-minute video. I'm gonna post this and I'm gonna do my homework. Some of it anyway. Probably not gonna get to all of it. And then I'm gonna go to sleep because it's been, I don't even know what kind of a day it's been. It hasn't been bad, but it hasn't been good either. It's one of those days, Ezra. Okay, bye.